There is a very disturbing rabbit hole that has recently been discovered on the internet. 7 years ago, someone went on a spree of posting creepy videos with disturbing messages, all seemingly targeted towards a particular person. And the more you look, the deeper this mystery seems to get. So, let's investigate. In early November, a Redditor would post to the Internet Mysteries subreddit about a discovery they had made. Obscure porn-related YouTube rabbit hole revolving around specific people. In the post, they included some links, so let's take a look at the first one. It leads to a YouTube channel called I Wanted to Die. Having been created in January 2018, only having 32 subscribers, it has flown under the radar for a while, and it doesn't have a vast array of content. There are 20 videos in total, and all have similar thumbnails. They either feature the creepy person from the popular Little Baby's ice cream video, or have a frame from what appears to be an animation. First, we'll take a look at one of the Little Baby's ice cream videos. Pretty creepy, right? Although all of these videos appear the same, they actually are not. All of them have different audio from each other and usually show different sections of the Little Baby's ice cream video. However, most of them have a particular voice in the background saying "kill her." Considering the titles are referencing a specific person, we can only assume that they are talking about nkyLittleCouple. nkyLittleCouple are a couple who used to livestream on the adult website Chaturbate. Chaturbate is a site where you can broadcast yourself and earn credits while you partake in adult activities, and nkyLittleCouple were members. Looking at the discussion surrounding them online, they seem to be quite popular, but around 2016, they decided to quit the adult industry. They basically erased everything about themselves, and one document found shows that they actually made the decision to take down all of their content online. One related DMCA complaint submitted on October 21st, 2017 shows that they took down 278 URLs that contained their content from 80 different websites. There are at least 3 other DMCA takedowns linked to nkyLittleCouple, so we know for sure that around 2017 they were essentially trying to scrub their internet footprint. Strangely, this timeline lines up because it was from September 2017 to mid-2018 that all of these channels started to pop up. Could someone have been offended that they were trying to take down their content? Could they have a viewer who got too attached? Or could the answer be much simpler? I Want to Die isn't the only channel, because there are many more. We have 3 that we currently know of: Ben Knox, nkyLittleCouple, and Tim Franks. These videos are largely similar, but there are random uploads of another nature as well. It seems to simply be clips from animated media, but when we take a closer look, you'll notice that they have a very harsh filter over the top, making it very difficult to tell what is going on. That's not the strangest part though, because there is also faint text on some of the videos that reads, "He is watching you now." Across all 4 channels, there are 405 videos, and it makes you wonder who would actually dedicate this much time to doing all of this. They would have needed to take the videos into some sort of editing software to overlay the audio or filter the video, so it wasn't just a simple re-upload job, and this was someone with at least that little bit of experience. And believe it or not, the mystery doesn't just end on YouTube, because videos were also discovered on the platform LEMMiNO. Most of the ones on the account discovered are just blank color screens with the name of the user in the title, but again, there are also re-uploads of movies scattered in there. Again, these were uploaded in the same time span as the YouTube videos, and they follow the disturbing pattern of having rabbits as a profile picture. So these are linked beyond any doubt. And speaking of, there is a Pinterest account that we can also link to whoever is behind this, because again, it has rabbits in the profile picture. They have also saved 112 images, all of different animals, and it's very unexplainable as to why they are all there. Even more unexplainable is the name of the account. Their username is Stop Abusing Young Girls. And while that's a sentiment every single person in the world can get behind, it adds a whole new layer to this mystery. Remember the animated videos that I mentioned were uploaded to the channels? Well, they were actually sections from a PSA on child abuse material.
The pictures I look at, the children are smiling. I don't get it when people talk about abuse.
The children in these images are real, and the experience is very harmful. By accessing them, you contribute to that harm. Viewing or sharing sexual images of anybody under 18 is a serious crime, punishable with imprisonment and becoming a registered sex offender. Ignorance of the law is no justification.
With this in mind, and the discovery of the username, it makes you wonder what is really going on here. Is the person behind this indicating that there is some sort of child abuse link with nkyLittleCouple? It could appear that way. Also discovered during the search into this mystery was a WordPress website created by a user called Dead End. The homepage contains a photo of a family: mother, father, and 2 kids. And the background is also a pixelated photo of a family of 3. There is also the name of the targeted user again, nkyLittleCouple, with the text "No More" hidden in the glitchy font. As we scroll, there are so many photos, all of either elderly people or families. And there is a singular post made to the website. The title is, "I found you. Everything is over, nkyLittleCouple." There is no content to the post, apart from the word nkyLittleCouple over and over. At the top of the post, the user has included a photo of 2 babies dressed up as old people. Under the text, there are countless photos of elderly individuals. At the bottom of the post, there is, again, the name of the user who this is clearly directed at. Even further down, there is a hyperlink that leads to another part of the website. Here, there is again just the name of the user and plenty of pictures attached to the post. However, this is the extent of the website. The only other page is a contact one, and it contains a form for you to contact whoever is behind the site. There is no direct contact information though, so we can only hope that if you were to fill it out, which I did, that you would get a response back. And I consider that to be very unlikely. So now that we've gone over everything, there is one last thing left to ask. What the hell is going on here? Well, there are a few possibilities. 1. nkyLittleCouple have a stalker. This is likely, as they were in the camming world at one point, and this has been known to happen. It's crazy how many cam girls have disturbing experiences with fans getting way too parasocial with them, and because of the nature of their work, some of them can genuinely start to fear for their lives. This could very well be happening to nkyLittleCouple, and if this is the case, we can only hope that they eventually stop their crusade, considering that there hasn't been an update in years. 2. This was a cover-up. There is also the possibility that all of this was done by nkyLittleCouple themselves in order to cover up their history. Imagine if your face and body was out there forever of you doing stuff that you wish had stayed private, such as having intimate moments. If you then decided that you wanted to get rid of that from the internet, you could think to obliterate the search term with anything and everything. In one of the videos on YouTube, the description is is filled with keywords that someone could search to find their content. Terms such as pink-haired emo and cute emo teen. These were terms that described the women from the couple, whose entire name is already out there, with some people on Reddit trying to track down more information about her. Of course, you can imagine that if she found this out, she could have freaked out and made desperate attempts to take down the content. This would also explain the DMCA request years after they allegedly quit all of the adult activity online. There are a few months where all of this was going down, and the DMCA request seemed too well timed to not be connected. This is what makes me think beyond any doubt that the people behind this account is actually someone from the couple. If this were the case, the message of the Pinterest username could also be directed towards Chatterbait themselves. If you were an ex-cam girl who did all of that stuff when you had just turned 18, as it appears that the girl from the couple was, then you could be extremely angry that there are platforms out there for people who just became adults to show off their bodies to people of all ages. This could be seen as abusing young girls from your perspective, and it's hard to disagree that it's not. There are also rumours that the girl may be underage. I'm not sure if there's actually anything to that because there's literally one Reddit comment that says it, but it's important to note that as well. But despite all of that, it still doesn't explain the website. Even if you were trying to take all of your past down, why would you make a website saying that it's over for yourself? Why would you include countless photos of kids and old people? It doesn't make sense, but then again, does anything about this rabbit hole really? But the third possibility might explain everything. That this is just a mentally ill person, completely disconnected from the couple, who just decided to latch onto them for their attempt to create something creepy. I'm including this one separately from the stalker because I believe that this could just be someone who chose a cam girl at random. They probably don't really care about nkyLittleCouple at all, and were simply trying to create either creepy videos that they assumed no one would find or would randomly pop up in people's recommended, or an ARG that they would eventually give up on. The DMCA requests lining up perfectly with the channels still seems very strange to me though, and what still makes me believe that this is definitely from someone who was originally part of the couple. There doesn't appear to be any new content from the couple for over a decade, which erases any chance in my mind of this simply being a publicity stunt. But with no other leads to go off of, the mystery ends here. So, who knows? Maybe it is an attempt to cover up your explicit history, or potentially, there could be a stalker desperately pining for their attention. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video because it really helps out the channel. Make sure that you also turn on post notifications so that you never miss an upload. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this rabbit hole and also who you think is behind the creepy channels. If you have anything that you would like to see me cover here on the channel, you can now suggest video topics or submit your stories. You can do that over on Reddit at r/Jessicur. I'm trying to start using it more, so make sure that you take a look and make some posts. Don't forget to check me out on social media. I have Instagram, Blue Sky, Twitter, and if you want to get involved with the community, then you can join my Discord server using the link in the description. Thank you so much to my Jessicur Plus members Morrigan, Alex Rod, K4 Silver, Entrepreneur, Collectiki, Brooke, Carmela, Based Finger, Midnight Kitty, Willow, Briar, Fizzy, Shoshka, Frozen Roses, Greenlee, Snail Namgu, GM3112, River Camera, Jaskier, Mary, Shiv the Shrew, Ollie ZRZ, Rudy Jazz, Mikey Poopy, Elfcore, Gibbly Goober, James Rex, Clara, Fin71, Ivo Space, and Vanakolya. If you want to support the channel, then make sure that you check out Jessicur Plus. For $7.50 per month, you can get access to over 100 videos, some that will never be released on YouTube. Head over to jessicur.com for more information. I'll be back very soon with another video, but if you want another right now, then I think that you'll like the video that's on your screen.